What up YouTube, it's Misery Hates Company. In this video, I want to talk about what we could expect or what we should expect in the upcoming update and the 1-year anniversary for Marvel Future Revolution. More specifically, could the next playable hero be closer than we may have thought? More on that and much to come in this video, where we talk about everything in between. I can't wait for this update, and I want to kind of talk about some hypotheticals that we might see in it. So let's go ahead and jump straight to the video. So again, just for some background noise, I'm farming in the background, but I do want to talk about how much I think that we should expect from the 1-year anniversary. More notably, around this time, we typically get a level increase. So in the past, after a certain amount of updates, we went from 100 to 110. Max level was 110, then max level was 120. And I would anticipate at the 1-year anniversary, level 130, a new hero level cap. And with it, we typically get a new PvE or sort of story experience. The reason I think that this is coming now, and I think a lot of us content creators have hypothesized that Savage Shadowland is going to be the next amount of content that we get in the game, because it kind of makes sense. They've already alluded to it in game. If you completed the current story for Dark Domain, it was definitely looked like that the professor was in a spot that was surrounded by jungle and some random creatures, and it definitely would be some foreshadowing, really. Also, we have a gear already tailored to Shadow Savage Land and in the form of regional gear, but we don't actually have any way of getting it like we would any other type of gear or a story that goes along with it. So I think it is a good bet that the next expansion in terms of level cap and region would be the Shadow Savage Land. But could it be as soon as the 1-year anniversary? Here's why I think it is. So if you've watched all of the live streams and all of the Danny conversations that we've had in the past, he has mentioned before we even got Scarlet Witch, back when he was teasing Scarlet Witch with us, he did mention that they were already working on the next playable hero. Now, we know it takes roughly about 6 months for a playable hero to come into fruition and to be introduced to the game. We got Scarlet Witch, I think, just approaching 3-4 months ago, something like that. Speaking of Scarlet Witch, somebody got steampunk hair on her, which is awesome. But could it be as soon as, and the reason I think that the next playable hero could be coming with this next update, I would agree with my friend Indie Gamer that Wolverine makes the most sense with this Savage Shadowland and some of the hints that we've been getting from Danny changing his name. And I also want to bring attention to that. The frequency at which that Danny is changing his name leads me to believe that we are getting it soon, because I felt like in the past when he changed his name, it wasn't as quickly as it has been right now. I feel like I'm almost checking daily to see if he's changed his name. And in some cases he has, and it's another sort of hint, if you will. Indy has covered this content and more on his channel, so if you want to see sort of the hypothetical of who the next hero is or why we think it is Wolverine, go check him out, because he covers it in great detail, and I'm not going to step on his toes. But I do think it makes sense that we might be able to get both the level cap increase, Savage Shadowlands, and a new PC, or maybe at least the PC coming soon and hinted at. Now, that I think would be a very, very big update. This most recent update was very small, in my opinion. Some minor quality of life changes. Now, a lot of us seem to believe that there's less of a focus on Marvel Future Revolution in the form of Netmarble. That they're focusing on some of their other titles because maybe MFR isn't as successful as some other titles that they have. But is that true, or are they just maybe saving up for the 1-year anniversary? Because we have been told by a lot of people that have played other Netmarble games that Netmarble goes big when it comes to the 1-year anniversary, which has me super hyped, because I do think these timelines make sense that we could be getting both the expansion, the Savage Shadowlands, and maybe, if not a PC, then a PC hint, and a lot of it, maybe even a showcase of the new PC. Otherwise, I don't know what else to expect, unless that in Netmarble's mind, they think that squad battle would be enough to suffice for new content coming into the game for the 1-year anniversary, which could be their thought process. We know from the content creator core that we know nothing for sure as of yet. No hints, no guesses, nothing at all. It is very quiet in our chat. which usually means that something big is coming, and then we usually get a hint like right before it's released, which is fine. But I do wonder if we're going to get everything I just talked about, or is it just going to be squad battle? I'm going to be honest. I would be, I think, pretty disappointed if it's just squad battle, but it is also a realistic option considering that if we looked at their last like sort of a half year timeline they gave us, the only thing we haven't gotten yet, if I remember correctly, is just squad battle. So we're obviously past the half year mark, which means the only amount of new content that they promised that we haven't gotten yet is, like I said, squad battle. If that came in the 1 year anniversary, like I said, I would be a little disappointed. I would expect something different, maybe a little bit more, but we also don't know what to expect from squad battle. The reason I wouldn't be excited for it is that it is obviously tailored to the whales. Free to play and light spenders alike are not going to do well when somebody has a full squad, fully maxed out, nanoed out gear and special cards. It's just not going to happen. So I think it's a very, very small group of people that will really enjoy that content, at least in my opinion. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Are you excited for squad battles? Do you think that's what we're getting? Or do you think we're going to be getting the new PC, Savage Shadowlands, and a level increase? Let me know in the comments below, because I think it could be one of the two. I really hope it's the first half with all of the fun stuff that would keep people playing the game and not just squad battle. Because again, in my opinion, it's a very select group of people that are going to be excited about that and do well in it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And until next time, lock it in.